Yo, what is up? It's your boy RJ in the building, and today we are doing a Nagato guide. If you watch my Daedra guide, at the start of that video I did a little section of, I don't know what it was, of a group of characters where I said that in my next stream I will do a poll on which character guide I would do out of those, and my stream selected Nagato, so here we are. So without further ado, as you don't know, let's start with the overview of the character. Alright, so Nagato is a character where he is mostly taijutsu and supportive based. So he's supportive in the sense that his jutsu will cover you from a jutsu switcher the whole time with his continuous hitbox, and the fact that he's able to, which gives him obviously the chance to get a strike back if you have a strike back character within himself. Obviously compared to Pain, he is not a strike back, considering they have very similar jutsus and tilts, but you know, Nagato is very supportive in that sense to help his other teammates create space, cover you if you need to get chakra, or if you're gonna, you know, do a jutsu, or for example in my case as a Yuzukata player, you know, I can put off bubbles, you know, or I can do a circle combo for it, except stuff like that, right? So but due to his lack of range, unable to contest you from at a long range, he is mainly dangerous in the taijutsu game. So if you are playing Nagato as a main, not really, so then you're gonna want to be up close most of the time, pressuring the guard, getting someone in a combo, as well as obviously utilizing his jutsu as well to cover you, and even anti-guard pressure as well. So Nagato is mainly up close if you're playing him, and if you're not in the neutral, then it's more supportive, helping out your team. Nagato, due to the fact that Nagato is really good up close, he has a very big first hit on his combo. I'm not going to get too deep into it until I start the actual guide. This is just the overview, but the first 3 hits of his combo, the hitboxes are massive, so really abuse that for Nagato as well. That is why he is good. He has other traits which is good about him in a close range, like taijutsu battle, which is his tilt. You know, if you sub Nagato, his tilt is a really good option after sub, so you sub tilt, which could obviously lead into a combo. As top of that, him getting on a combo has an infinite, which requires no resources by either hollow stepping or neutral jumping into tilt. A hollow step is this, and then you keep going like this, which requires no resources, just means that he can infinitely keep you in a combo, so he can drain your subs or supports depending on what the options are. So even if Nagato catches you, you know, you are going to waste a resource if a Nagato player knows to keep you in the combo, as well as his combos being really short. Nagato is a very safe character due to the fact that he does not have long animations, and with his pre-combo and his first 4 hits, and even the 5th hit of his down combo, and even his up combo as well with the lizard, that's 1 hit and that's 1 hit, is 1 circle 1 hit for each one of his combos. So this is why he's safe, because he doesn't have no long animations. It's 1 circle 1 hit. That neutral combo right here, that is his longest animation out of all of the circle combo. Even the hit after that, so that last swing is another 1 circle 1 hit. So Nagato is a very safe character for that reason, where you can delay your hits, you can mix up the timing of your hits, as well as utilize, you know, the pushback of his combos as well. So for that reason, whether he's pressuring your guard or whether he's comboing you, if the player has very quick reactions, it will not take him long to keep himself safe by jumping out of the combo and holding guard, rather than most characters, like for example Pain at the end of his combo and stuff like that, where they have bigger animations. So Nagato is a very safe character. He has big hitboxes that he can abuse. He has a tilt which he can catch dashes with if you have the read, as well as giving good options after sub on top of that, as well as his jutsu giving him a strike back, and his grab keeping you up at bay, keeping you right by his feet for if he wants to do any wake up options as well, depending on his support. So Nagato is mainly stronger at a very close range. As soon as you playing from here, Nagato cannot do anything. The only thing Nagato's option has is if he has the health lead and he wants you to come to him, then he can hide behind his ultimate jutsu and play around with it that way. But if he is gonna do that, I didn't even think that was gonna even hit, to be honest. That traveled so far. But even if you are doing that, if you soon as you switch off, it goes away. So you have to stay as Nagato when it happens. But overall, Nagato dominates almost against a lot of character players at a very close range due to his big hitbox, his infinite, his tilt, and his jutsu, his whole kit almost. Compared to in the neutral, that is not his game, as he cannot do anything apart from throw kunai from here, and obviously uses ultimate jutsu to hide behind. So that is the overview of Nagato. Now we're done with the overview. Let's get on. Let's actually talk about his combos. Let's get into the deep depth of it, right? So like I said, the first hit of his combo comes out real quick and has a very big hitbox on it, as well as, to be fair, his these 3 hits right here, 1, 2, 3. Those 3 hits right there have all of them have pretty decent hitbox on it, the first hit being the biggest hitbox. For that reason, he can clip people out of dashes. You'll hear people say that Nagato's mash is good, and that's simply because his hitbox on these first 3 hits right here, massive. On top of that, he does 1 circle, 1 hit. So there are characters, for let's get Nagato for example, where he has 1 circle on his first hit, but if I press 2 circles, he will do 3 hits. Nagato doesn't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that is literally what he does. 1, 2, 3, 4 on those first hits. Now the benefit of that, if you've heard it in my other guide, that makes him very safe, because he's not locked behind that animation. You know, like this Naruto, after, like, that's 1 circle, this is 2 circles, that's safe, that's fine, it's the same. But 3 circles, now you're doing 2 kicks, not that bad. So 3 circles, 4 circles, a whole big animation where he lunges forward. Same thing with the arc combo. If I do the arc combo, look, he has big animations, long animations, all right, which take a while. Nagato doesn't have that. If I do his arc combo, you see what I'm saying? That's like, even if I bring that out, I can jump out. Do you know what I mean? If I do the down combo, that's the last hit of his down combo right there. Last hit of his down combo, bah, 1 hit. They're all 1 hit. Do you know what I'm saying? His neutral combo, that's the longest animation he has in his neutral combo. That right there. And then he has 1 circle at the end, which is that last kind of swing. So he's very, very safe for that reason. He's a very safe character. You can delay your hits to catch people off guard. On top of that, you cannot delay it. You can delay some of it. You know, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know what I mean? You could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you could go all of it just straight out. You can delay each and every hit. You see what I'm saying? So play with that guard pressure mix up. If people like to tilt in between your combos, they might want to tilt between a delay, because then you can mix it up between, oh, am I even gonna do the combo now? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do this? Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So delay your hits, be safe. Do you know what I'm saying? If someone subs, it's very easy to jump out your combo off a reaction. So for that reason, and this is what makes Nagato a very beginner friendly character, the fact that he is very safe, he's very simple, nothing's really hard with his combos. You know, he's a good support on top of that, he's good defensive support, so he can get you out. Very, very good for new players on top of that, and he is super effective in the meta as well, which we'll get into. All right, so again, in his pre-combo, very safe. Those kunais is where his infinite is at. Yeah, so like I said, you can do it with a hollow step, you can do it with a pill, you can jump in place. If you don't use any resources, like let's say you have none, then you can either hollow step or you can stand, tilt. This is probably the easy one. As soon as you land, you tilt. This is what you want to get down at least. It's very easy, right? If you want to switch characters, then you can ninja move towards them and then switch and then continue a combo. That is also an option as well. Yeah, well, that is where his infinite is. His infinite is also where his combo cancel is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, ninja move towards them, ult. That's also where his combo is. Yeah, his combo for his ultimate cancel. Again, it's not that hard. Once you get used to jumping out of your combos, if you're a new player, jumping out of your combos like this, jump towards them and then you do whatever. Another way you can guard pressure your opponent is this hit. If you see, yes, that third hit has a lot of pushback on it. The 1, 2, bam, so much pushback. All right, so what people do is you have the option after the third hit, you can dash stop. So 1, 2, 3, and then okay, there you go. Or you can mix that up, right, with this and do it here. Now this is a mix up that I like to use within myself, because if I, for example, do this and I keep doing that, people are gonna think, oh, I'm just gonna disrespect you, I'm gonna mash because you're gonna dash stop me. And then as soon as they dash, right, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, boom. You see what I'm saying? They mash, boom, now they firm the stun. You see what I'm saying? So mixing up your dash between this third hit here, so you do 1, 2, 3 dash, okay, what I didn't realize I had no chakra. 1, 2, 3 dash stop, unless you have the execution like me. Yeah, that's the mix. There you go, that's the mix. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 dash stop. Right, I'm gonna give myself infinite chakra because I can't be asked to charge my chakra every time. 1, 2, 3, and you mix up with that. That's the mix. So again, I'm gonna explain it again. Delaying your hits paired with this mix. If they respect you after 3 hits, you can dash stop. If they, as soon as they try and like disrespect like your dash stop, let's say your dash stop and they're like, oh, I'm gonna counter, I'm gonna do anything, delay, bam. You can even delay dash stop. You see what I'm saying? Delay dash stop. You can even do that. All right, and so that's what you want to mix up: the third hit and the fourth hit. Yeah, so that gives you a mix, right? You're keeping them guessing. If they respect you, then if you dash stop after the third hit, you can do whatever you want to do if they respect you. 1, 2, 3 dash stop. Oh my god, dash stop, do whatever. You can press circle again, you can do a jutsu, you can do a tilt, because you're in the neutral still. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 dash stop into a tilt if you want to. 1, 2, 3 dash stop, jutsu switch, go back into. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so you can do a lot with these 4 hits right here. You can do a lot, and this pushback as well with the dash stop. If you got the consistency, gives you the mix. If they press or not, if they respect you or not, if they want to do whatever, you got so much opportunity to go with. Yeah, obviously you can combine that with hollow step as well. So delay it into a hollow step for a kunai like this, and then keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like there's you have so many options just off that pushback alone for mix, that which just makes Nagato crazy. Yeah, so that is one thing that you want to do with him, right? Another thing about his combos is that if you break someone's guard normally, yeah, if you break someone's guard normally, then he gets all of this guaranteed. That is all guaranteed. They cannot sub it, they cannot do anything from it. Just like the last Naruto as well, they can't do anything from it, right? Because his down combo is so short, you can't do anything from it. But from an up break pill, they can sub that last hit. If you see the dizziness went away, look, see how the dizziness went away before the last hit? They can sub that, yeah? So you can only get that guaranteed off a natural guard break, let's call it, rather than break pill guard break. So keep that in mind as well when you're playing Nagato as well. If you hit a guard break, so let's say you are pressuring their guard from this, you're doing your dash stop and everything like that, right? You break their guard, down combo, boom. If you don't want to keep them in the combo, you got the down combo, right? All guaranteed. Yeah, his neutral combo is still good for guard pressure, like this, like so. You can do a jutsu switch, stuff like that. Yeah, but his neutral combo is good for guard pressure, but I would do this if you had the chakra for it, because you can mix them up with the third and fourth hit, the dash and the fourth hit, should I say. All right, so I would more utilize that, the third and the fourth hit, But the neutral combo is still pretty decent for guard pressure. The up combo you probably won't be using. The up combo will probably be your most least used combo, just because your pre-combo, your neutral combo, and your down combo is just better. That's literally all it is. So you probably won't be using your up combo that much with Nagato, if at all. His air combo. Now, the first hit of his air combo is not good for guard pressure. It's not bad if you miss it. Like, it's not as bad as like Deidara if you watch that Deidara guide where he floats, but you know, it's not something that you want to be using for guard pressure, right? He's not as airborne like that. Nagato is a very grounded character, I would feel. He does have a jutsu obviously in the air and stuff, so to why, like, you know, you can ninja move, do an air jutsu or stuff like that. But in terms of if you're actually playing him, he's pretty grounded. He's not really in the air like that, right? So you don't want to use this on guard, yeah? So let's take off the guard now. Now, if you got his air combo, like I said, he has an air to ground combo reset, yeah? This one is a lot... Hello? Okay. This one, you got to delay the hits so that last hit whiffs, yeah? That's what you got to do. Like that, yeah? Exactly like that. If I put... Actually, let me keep the guard on just so I can show you. You saw he doesn't hold block. You see all that time how he didn't hold block. So you gotta delay the first hit, so you delay, so you go down. Then you gotta make the last hit whiff, and some hits will whiff as well. They'll be button locked on landing, so you gotta switch off, and then when you switch off, then you can continue. See? And you continue. Yeah, that's how you do it. So you delay the first. It's about delaying the first hit. Boom, and then then you gotta make sure the rest. Like that, and then you go. This is really good if you got someone in a combo. So let's say you're this Naruto. See, and you can confirm into a down combo, and as you can see, it's on guard on. All right, so you know that it's all true. All right, so that is really good. The fact that you can button lock you from air to ground means that if you're playing someone who has good, for example Utakata, who has his bubble gimmicks, then you want them to be in the ground. It sets him off perfectly. So Nagato complements, you know, the fact that he can put your opponent on the floor with a button lock. You know, I think you can even probably get in the ultimate if you're fast enough as well. Let's check just to confirm. Wait, hold on. Yep, you can even get off an ultimate. So the fact that you can get off an ultimate too means that if you do catch someone lacking and you have that chakra, you can button lock switch straight into an ultimate as well. So that's really good to abuse and take advantage of. If you are playing a Deidara or someone who likes to jump a lot and you catch them in an air combo with Nagato, you just put them on the floor and you can hit a really, really good punish. Yeah, so keep that in mind as well. So in terms of his combos, that's really about it regarding Nagato. We spoke about, you know, let's just recap. Yeah, we spoke about delaying his hits on his first 4 hits in a pre-combo, using the third hit pushback to mix up the fourth hit if people like to press buttons and disrespect you, because you dash stop in front of their guard, which allows you to keep going. Or if they want to counter you, for example, then you delay it into the last hit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Or even if you want to delay it, you can even dash stop. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So he has a mixes on his third hit and his fourth hit. He gets a hold down combo guaranteed from a natural guard break, not a up break pill. Yeah. That's another thing. Do not guard pressure with his first air hit. Yeah. Don't, because it doesn't recover fast enough. So do not guard pressure on his first air hit. Yeah. And what was another thing that I said? Obviously, the air to ground reset with the air combo. You need to delay the first hit when you hit it. So delay the first hit so he drops a bit, so the rest miss, switch out, and then you can keep going. Yeah. So that's another thing as well. And I think that's about it. Oh, and his neutral combo is decent for guard pressure, but again, I'd rather play off the third and fourth hit, right, with the dash stopping. So that covers all of, like, in terms of his combos. If you learn all of that and you mastered all of that, then you're already gonna have a good taijutsu game for Nagato. All right, guys. So I forgot to do the max damage Nagato combos in the video already. So I've come back and I had to do it again because as I was editing it, I was like, wait a second, I need to do I forgot to do the max damage combos for Nagato. So here I am about to show you guys the max damage combos for Nagato. Now if you look at the health bar, that is I've already, because I recorded it but I didn't record, so I had to like restart it, editing stuff. So that is the combo line of where, if without any enhancements, any pills, that is where his max damage is at. And all it is his normal combo cancel that you've seen, this 4 hit, and then you do the ultimate, right? That is the marker for it. You can test it if you want to, which is all pretty cool, right? So now I'm gonna show you which one it is when you add items to it. Now, so what you want to do, right, with this max damage combo is when you do its ultimate, you want to cancel the ninja move with a pill before you do the ultimate to make the ultimate do more damage. So I'll show you, just like so. So rather than doing the ultimate just raw straight out, by inputting the pill before you input the ultimate, your ultimate will do more damage. Hence why you see that it is not where it was at before. It is almost a full bar of damage. So that's where, like, just implementing that item, that little bit of item, you know, gives you more damage. Now I'm going to talk about the one with the tag. Now the tag you can do after the first hit or the second hit. If you do after the first hit, you want to walk forward, otherwise it will whiff. You see, the first hit will miss. So if you do after the first hit, you want to walk forward. If you do after the second hit, you don't need to walk forward, you can keep going as you are closer on block and there is any pushback like the first hit for you to miss. So if you're doing it after the first hit, then you need to walk forward a bit, do like a little walk forward, and then you can keep going. But the combo for the tag, which I will show you now, just the damage of if you just have a tag but no pill, this is the damage. I'm gonna go wait for it now. So yeah, as you can see, it did a little bit more than a pill, but you know, over a bar of health basically. So if you do have someone and you caught someone and they have a little bit of green bar and you do that, they're dead. So that's something that as well, regarding the pill, again, maximizing your damage. If you want, let me retry it to say, if you want to use both, there's two ways that you can use both. There's one way which is like max damage if you don't want to cycle through the combo twice, but the other way you have to cycle through the combo twice. So this is how I show you how to cycle it. You know, if you want to do it for one combo, you literally just fuse the two. So you fuse the one that I told you with the tag, and then you fuse the one that I told you with the pill. So you do the tag and the same thing with that, and then you hit the ultimate like so, which will do more damage because their defense is down and your attack is up. So naturally it will do a lot more damage, as you can see right there, right? So that's, so you can combine the two. If you have the luxury of having both, you can combine the combo with the tag and combine the combo with the pill and do it that way. So now this last combo I'm going to show you, this is like the max damage combo, right? So what you want to do, yeah, is if you have enough time to cycle through it twice. So a time where you can do this is like if you got someone in a combo like this, they sub and then you dash after them, you catch them, so you have them on literally, they have no sub bar going or anything like that. Then what you can do is this. I will show you. So you go and boom. So that is the max damage, like maximum damage that you can do with Nagato if you have time to cycle through it twice. And it is a short, because combos are so short, it doesn't even take long to do. So you can even get it in when someone has no sub realistically, and they will firm a whole bar and a half of damage as well. So how you do that is you do a few hits up to here. You have to use the tag straight away. As soon as you ninja move out of that fourth hit, you want to use the tag straight away. You don't want to wait like here and then do it like if you're doing the infinite. You want to, as soon as you ninja move, you want to do it. Even if you ninja move to the side, you want to do it, right? So then once you do that, you then directional jump throw the tag. So as soon as you do that, directional jab, throw the tank, and you should land right next to them in range of your first hit, right? So then once you do that, you just go through the second cycle again, and then you ult, and then boom, you have the effects of the damage up and the damage down on the combos as well as the ult, to why you get big damage. And that is Nagato's max damage combos. As long as you learn all of those, they're not hard, they're really easy combos. You're maximizing your damage once you catch somebody on 0 subs, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. So we're gonna go back to the video now. I think need to put that in for you guys, so you know, get all the information out. In terms of his grab isn't anything special. It doesn't have max range in it. It doesn't have a big hitbox on it regarding doing it. So his tilt, it isn't really anything. Sorry, not his tilt. His grab isn't really anything special. You know, it comes out at normal speed. It doesn't have any big hitbox on it or anything like that regarding the start. It is literally just a grab. If you do hit it, it does leave you by the feet. So if you have a team with good wake up options, then you know you can abuse the grab and then do the wake up options regarding that if you do want to open someone up. But I wouldn't say that you need to grab that much with him, due to the fact of he himself doesn't have wake up options that you can ninja move if they're on the floor. So you can do like a little ninja move to keep on their guard, and obviously follow it up with like a jutsu or anything like that, like if you have the little last 3 jutsu. So you can do that after the grab regarding wake up options, but in my opinion, it's not a good tilt. Not a good grab. Not a good grab. Why is English hard? Not a good grab, not a bad grab. It's just a decent grab. Not really much to say on it. That's literally about it regarding this grab. And that's already about it. Alright, so let's get on to his tilt. So his tilt works exactly the same as Pain's. It does one hit on guard just like Pain's. If you do catch somebody, then they do pull you like so. It does give you like an infinite if you do let him recover and you do it like this. But in my opinion, it's not worth it due to the fact it doesn't do much damage. I would rather just go from the tilt. I'd either tilt and switch off and then do whatever, or I would just continue the combo like so and go from there, just because obviously it gives you more damage. It is fast enough to tilt in between combos too, but what you need to understand as well is that this tilt, if it's blocked in the air, leaves you unsafe. If it's blocked on the floor, then due to the block stun, they can't interrupt you. But if it's blocked in the air, they will kind of fall. They'll still get pulled, but they'll block it, they'll fall, they'll land, and they will be able to hit you before you can hit them. So you have to keep that in mind. If they block it from tip height, then you're safe, but if they just do like a little jump and they block it and they land, then you are unsafe. So if you do notice that and you tilt, switch straight off just to give you that safe, just to keep you safe basically, right? So that is one thing to mention, is tilt, which obviously if someone's guard pressuring you and you tilt and they read it and they do like a little jump, then just remember, he jumped, let me switch off after the tilt. So that is, apart from that, it is a good option in the neutral. So for example, if someone's being aggressive against you and they like to dash like this straight out, then you can go for the read and try and hit the tilt as well, which will then cancel out the dash, with giving you a combo, as well as being able to tilt in between combos too. So regarding his tilt, that's really about it. It's a strong tilt nonetheless. Let's get on to Nagato's jutsu now, right? So we've covered his combos, his air combos and everything like that, so let's get on to his jutsu now. So Nagato's jutsu, I've put Pain on the team just to compare the two, because I think that I can use Pain's jutsu and the difference between it to elaborate Nagato's jutsu, right? So first of all, Nagato's jutsu is a lot smaller compared to Pain's. That's the size of Nagato's, that is the size of Pain's. So it's smaller compared to Pain's jutsu, right? But Pain's jutsu only hits once, whereas Nagato's jutsu hits multiple times. So that's Pain's jutsu. If you see, it only hits once. Let me actually change it so these three are up.
It's time.
So this only hits once. It doesn't matter where you are, if you're at tip range or whatever. I meant to get the chakra. Hello, thank you. So it doesn't matter if you're at tip range or not. You can be next to him, you can be close, he will only hit once. Nagato, on the other hand, will hit you multiple times. See how you still hit him twice? The reason why is because with Pain, as soon as he hits your guard or hits you, the hitbox is gone for him. Alright, the hitbox of the almighty push is gone. You can walk right inside it if you want to, right? Whereas Nagato's hitbox is constantly active for the duration of the almighty push animation. So this is why if you see it hits his guard repeatedly, as well as pushes him straight out of it too. So if you do, for example, sub his jutsu and you decide to dash, his jutsu will still hit you, whereas with him you'll kind of hit Pain and you'll get the same kind of animation as if like you was to collide dashes. All right, so that is something for me which makes Nagato's jutsu better, just to the fact that you can rely on it covering you no matter what. Whereas Pain, I've had times where people will directional sub inside it and then hit me out of it when I'm trying to charge chakra. So in my opinion, and I know obviously this is a debate between many people, Nagato's jutsu is better just for the fact that it's more reliable to cover you, and it still gives you multiple strike back options. If people do sub it and try and go back in it again, then you're completely covered. Apart from that, Nagato's jutsu does exactly the same thing that Pain's do. It will cover you in the air, so if you're getting comboed in the air, you can deploy him in the air and he will cover you just like Pain. Same thing as on the floor, you can deploy him and he will cover you, and obviously the properties are the same, right? So his jutsu will still cover you no matter what. Even if you use it on guard, it will still hit you multiple times, which means adding it in for guard pressure is still pretty good for him. Regarding that, due to the fact that it hits you multiple times, you can rely on it so that people can't count you out compared to if it hits you once. So that is another good thing for Nagato's jutsu as well. But generically, it is a defensive jutsu, right? I did speak about it in the overview, which covered the rest of the matters, i.e. going behind it to either do a combo, charge chakra, do a zoning. If you got a square character, abusing that safely, so it can't do it too. So that is another thing that is really good for Nagato's jutsu. Apart from that, there is not really much to talk about regarding his jutsu. It's mainly used as a support rather than anything else. You can switch back into him as well, like for adding guard pressure, I would say. And obviously you can cancel it too. So like if you do for dash in, hit a jutsu, press cancel, you can do so. It's the same thing with Pain, but like this, and then keep going like this or something. But yeah, Nagato's jutsu does take longer to come out, I would think, because he does that, whereas Pain just does this. So Nagato's jutsu does take a bit longer to come out, to why it's not really used aggressively compared to Pain's. You can do 3 hits, like this, and then go straight into it, and it comes out pretty quick. Whereas Nagato's, if you do 2 hits, if you see, there's a lot longer time where your opponent can move as well. So I would say just stick to using it defensively more so than aggressively, because obviously it takes a longer time to come out. Yeah, in the air, I'm pretty sure it's about the same. But on the floor, Nagato takes longer. Alright, so that is one thing to keep in mind if you are trying to use his jutsu offensively rather than defensively. And obviously Pain's jutsu is bigger compared to Nagato's, so that is a factor as well if you are going to use it aggressively. Regarding his jutsu, I think that's about it. So yeah. Alright, so now we're going to talk about Nagato's awakening. Yeah, so Nagato's awakening, in terms of him as a character, nothing changes within his moveset. He still has the same, stun, same jutsu. Well, his jutsu is the same properties, but it's bigger. Same with his tilt, same properties, but it's bigger, right? The reason why I got Pain is because I want to talk about the only thing that really changes within these two characters in their awakenings is their awakening actions. One, for some reason, which I kind of just noticed, is that their awakening actions are reversed. I actually didn't even realize that, because I don't play these two together, which I don't recommend in general, but if you do, hey, that's fine, do you? But the difference between these two awakenings, and this is where Pain comes out on top, is that when Pain uses awakening actions, he gets someone else, another Pain should I say, to jump out and do those actions. Nagato doesn't. He does it himself. Alright? So he does it all himself. Now, the reason why this makes Pain's awakening better is that Pain is able, once I wait for his actions to come back, so Pain is able to shoot it out, and as soon as his Pain comes out, he can dash in and do what he wants. If I do Nagato's variation of that now, like, it stops. Like, if I don't let him shoot any rockets, like if I just press him and then dash straight after, right, no rockets will come out. None. Same thing with this. See? Because he does it himself, it's like Pain has another Don to hold it there, so he can do it. As soon as that Pain comes out, he's good to go. But with Nagato's, doesn't have that luxury. You see what I'm saying? You have to let at least a rocket come out first before you dash, and then you can do it. Yeah. So that's where I would say that Pain's awakening comes out on top. But as you did see, even though he let one rocket come out, even if you dash, you see, it still all comes out. Like, it doesn't cancel out to one rocket. It still all comes out even if you just wait to the first one. So, you know, take it as you please. But I would say this is where Pain comes out on top. Apart from that, Naruto is the same character. Everything that I said applies with the air to ground combo reset and all the rest of it. So this is the end of the video now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, it did give you an insight on Nagato, on what he is good with to what he is bad with. And I bid you all farewell. Remember to like and subscribe on the video. Trying to hit 1k by this year. Hopefully I can get it. I didn't meet my last target for last year, but it's fine. We're gonna hit this target this year. We gotta keep it optimistic. So without further ado, I bid you guys farewell. Peace, sayonara, and adios.